Test, test, test. Can you hear me now? Is the audio better? Okay, so let's turn off the other one and use this. Okay, I will turn off the other one. Okay. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Oh, finally. Sorry for this huge problem. I'm really sorry for that. So let's see who is here first, and then we can start properly. So okay, perfect. Let us start. So hello everyone, welcome back to this new live stream on my channel. This is the second one here in this new studio. I made one, it was like a month ago I think, but recently things aren't going as I'm planning, so I have some delays in the live streams, but I'm planning to get better and to have like a fixed schedule for the live streams at least twice a month, because this is okay, perfect. This is getting better now. Things are started to be well in place. I still have few issues. I still have to isolate the studio because it's really cold here now. I have just a heater behind. I can make you a virtual tour if you want for the studio on another time. So first I would like to say hello for everyone who is here, everyone who participated, who filled the form, the Google form that I made. This is really, really important so I can keep track of the questions. Of course, I couldn't answer everything yet, but I'm working on that now. Just before I started this test for the live stream, I was in my office upstairs editing a video that I recorded today. It's taking too much time in edits, but things are getting close. So I thought I'm going to post it tomorrow, but I think after this live I'll post it tonight, because whenever I make a video recently, I'm so excited to push it directly online and not wait till the other day or till a fixed schedule for that. Okay, so hello everyone. I hope you are all good. Okay, let's see. So now it's well. Okay, perfect. The audio is good. I don't know why I wanted to plug my microphone into this OCGo Stream Deck that I showed you previously in a video, but it's a new one, so I couldn't figure out all the settings, all the parameters and everything, so I still have issues with that. Okay. First, I would like to say that this video is not sponsored nor by DJI nor by Insta360, but with Insta360 and you can get like free gifts if you purchase your cameras via my link. But now I succeeded to convince them to make something extra for you. So if you get the videography bundle, you will get not only the Mic Air for free, which is not just an accessory, but this is really a nice accessory for these cameras, but you will get also, I think, $65 off your purchase. So you can convert that to the money or to the amount of money that you will pay in different countries, and you will get that. And with Can't Concept, because now it's the Black Friday week, with Can't Concept, I made some videos where I share some links. You can get $5 off if you go click on that. And what else? What else I shared this week? Ulanzi, they are making huge sales as well. With my link, you can get up to 10% discounts, as well as Falcam. So lots of things are happening on the Black Friday. Even myself, I'm planning to buy a few stuff like some SSD drives and the MacBook Pro M4 Pro, probably on Friday with the Black Friday deals. I'm hoping to see some really good offers there because I'm using Windows. I never used the MacBook. This is the iPhone that I got, the first iPhone that I use. So it's a bit complicated to decide on getting a MacBook, while I saw that the Asus Pro Art, I think, has great features and way cheaper. Anyway, if you have any thoughts about Asus Pro Art versus MacBook Pro M4 Pro, let me know. Okay, thank you a lot. The studio, well, I put lots of money, lots of time, lots of effort, lots of deception, and lots of good moments that I cannot forget at all, because I had zero experience in building stuff, and I still have maybe now 1 or 2%, but I worked with a friend. We made this here. I'm so happy for that. I still have few things to manage since last live, by the way. I wanted to do those, but I couldn't find time, especially because DJI released this one, and I wanted to make content for that. Insta360 released these lenses, you know, and but also DJI released this Nano, I think. I don't know if it was before the live or after. So I have lots of things to do, and I ordered, by the way, a few stuff for the action cameras, a few accessories. Some of them will arrive within days from now, some others next week. So I'll try to make more content on that. Let's see some, okay. Will get better over time. Yeah, exactly. I hope so, because actually I wanted to make today's live upstairs. I prepared everything, but because I know the Go Stream do it that I had, how it works and so on, I wanted to do that upstairs. But then I decided at the last minute to make it here. Just, I don't know, I wanted to test this one, so this is the perfect time. Okay, the wireless microphone Boya, you can buy them from anywhere, you know, on Amazon or even on Boya's website. These are great microphones, to be honest. I always have them in my pocket, and not here, but when I'm on the go, because, you know, there are lots of reviewers, lots of YouTubers out there, lots of people, content creators. They get few stuff for free, or they got sponsored, or anything, you name it. They use the product once, and then later on it's on the shelf, or they put it on eBay to sell it. And this is not how I do. I like to use the products for more than what is supposed to be on the contract. So with Boya, we had that sponsorship for that video, but I made much more than what they expected, and they contacted me later on to tell me that we were surprised, we made much more than we asked for. But it's not like because I want to make more content about it, it's because I really liked it and I wanted to show it in different cases. Okay, I saw that we have some questions. A free case and a free mic air transmitter. Okay. Gonna order the Ace Pro 2 now using your link. Nice gifts, thanks. Well, thank you a lot for that, because actually I don't have lots of sponsorships, to be honest. My sponsored videos are limited, and they aren't paying a lot, to be honest. And recently I'm trying to push a lot my content creation, my videos on YouTube, because I'm enjoying that. But in the same time, in order to be able to provide for this, I really need your support. So if you use my links, you won't pay extra money. You are having free gifts, you are having some discounts from time to time. It depends and I will always try to find you good deals on the products that I use. But this is one huge part of income, if I can say that, to be able to provide for this channel, because it costs a lot, especially this studio built, to have a separate room where I can be free to talk to you, and where I can where I can just have fun, share things, show you stuff. I have a 3-camera setup. Let me turn this one because it's still off, and I can you see, for example, now I have this top-down shot. I can switch to the shot that I want, and that's something personally that I love, that I enjoy. And having you there on the other side supporting me, supporting my work is really important, and I'm so grateful for that. Thanks a lot for everything you've done, whether watching my videos, liking, commenting. And today I had a discussion with someone working with a brand that I mentioned in some other videos probably. We were talking about some sponsorships and this stuff, and the reason why brands do not sponsor our channels is because we don't have much subscribers compared to some other channels that does not perform well. They have less engagement, they have less views, they have less content, but they have a huge amount of subscribers. They got that through during the COVID period probably, and because of that, they are still having huge sponsorships with a huge amount of money. And well, things aren't the same now. And whenever I check on my stats, I see that about 80 to 90% of people who are watching my videos are not subscribers. And this is disappointing, whether my channel isn't good for them to subscribe, or whether there's something else that I would like to cover, that I would like to understand more, in order to be able to, in order to be able to get to their feed more. So if you have any ideas about that, please let me know that. La Ace Pro 3 est-elle, I'm sorry, I will read this in French. And by the way, very soon I will start making live streams in French as well. So maybe it's gonna be every other week, once in English, once in French, so we will see. La Ace Pro 3 est-elle prévue pour dans les mois à venir? J'hésite à prendre la 2, mais si la 3 sort dans quelques mois, j'aurai le seum. Well, actually, I totally understand you. He was asking that if the Ace Pro 3 is coming in the upcoming months, because he would like to buy the Ace Pro 2, but he doesn't want to be upset if he will put the money now on the Ace Pro 2 and then the Ace Pro 3 will be released. Well, actually, the Ace Pro 3 will be released for sure. But to be honest, I don't know when. I don't know what it is about. I know nothing about it, let's be honest. And I wish I knew things, because last year when I started sharing things about the Ace Pro 2 and I didn't know anything about that camera, I got some leaked information, I shared them. That made me a huge amount of views on my channel, a huge amount of subscribers. Subscriber count went off like a rocket on my channel. So if I had those information, of course I'll be sharing them, but I have nothing about it yet. Today or yesterday I saw just a photo that someone is just having the camera and hiding the branding here, the Ace Pro 2, pretending that it's the Ace Pro 3, but when I compare the image to this one, it's exactly the same. So I don't know, it could be exactly the same, but I'm sure that the only thing that I heard is that it's gonna be a great camera and so innovative. Well, this is something that I heard, but nothing, to be honest, no information about that, no specs for now. Whenever I'll have something to share about the Ace Pro 3, I'll make sure to share that. So now I'm using this Holy Land Lark Max 2. Yes, this is this one, because I returned my DJI Mic 3. I made a video about it, and the whole idea about this video was not to be bad to DJI. I got the Mic Mini, it was sent to me for free by, what's happening there? Okay, I have a camera turned off. So I had the DJI Mic Mini. It was sent to me for free by DJI. And I had that noise always in my videos. I reached out to DJI, but I didn't get any answer about that. And later on, I bought the DJI Mic 3 and I sold the DJI Mic Mini because I wasn't happy with it. So the DJI Mic 3 came and I was so excited about it, but I keep hearing that noise, that digital noise from time to time when I'm in the studio, even when I'm plugging the receiver to the camera via the cable, not just on the hot shoe, the connected hot shoe of the Sony. So I tried everything and I always had that, even when I'm just recording basically on it. So that's why I wasn't happy. I returned it and I got this one instead. It was on discount on Amazon now with the Black Friday. So I got it for about 200 euros, something like that, instead of 360. And once again, this is because it's not because I was influenced by David Manning, but David Manning, when he made his video about the Comica VM40, I went and I bought it immediately. First, because I want to support his work, and second, because I needed something like that, and I needed a wireless microphone that I can use here in the studio, I can use outside. I know that I have lots of other microphones, but I needed something with that 32-bit float. I have the Saramonic, they work really well, but this one is just smaller. The Saramonic is a bit bigger, and I will use the Saramonic probably here in the studio with the hot shoe that I can use on the Sony cameras. But I got this one just because I would like to test it also myself, and apparently it's working. Hello, Basketman. Restarted my live feed, but same phone volume is on max. Okay, so these were before. Okay. One battery or two battery, yeah, of course you need a memory card. I highly recommend you to get memory cards like this one. Let me show you here. I have this from Insta360. You can get it whether there. You see? So this one is 256 gigabyte Pro V30. So it's more than enough, I feel. So you don't need more. Just don't get the cheap SD cards that you can find on Amazon because you will have issues with those. Always get two batteries for every camera that I have, not only action cameras. I always get with me at least 2 or 3 batteries when I'm on the go. This is something that cost me a lot. I paid lots of money on batteries, but I prefer having more batteries than having less power when I need that. Hello everyone, once again. Oh, now we have lots of questions. Oh, hello from Dubai. Well, GoPro provides better details. This is something that is worth discussing. GoPro has huge sharpness on the camera. That does not mean that it has more details. You can get any camera, you can sharpen it out. Now I have a black mist filter here to soften a little bit the look of the image. I don't like the extra sharpened. Even when you take the sharpness to the minimum on the GoPro, it's still so sharp. I feel that now I'm 37 years old, but when I have the GoPro in front of me, I feel like I'm 50 years old without the white hair. So this is why I don't like the GoPro. And besides that, in low light, it's rubbish. Well, Ace Pro 2 now is on huge discount, and I cannot tell you that don't buy the Ace Pro 2 because next week the Ace Pro 3 is coming, because I don't know exactly when it's coming. It should arrive at some moment. But recently, Insta360, they released lenses. By the way, this is not here. I bought the macro lens, it's here. I bought the wide angle, I bought them with my own money. I bought the cinematic one, it will arrive, I think, next week. So I got the confirmation on my order and it will arrive next week, probably, I hope so. So they released lots of stuff for the Ace Pro 2 last week. Why they will release a new camera soon? Because the Ace Pro 2 is still competing with the Osmo Action 6. So a year older, still competing. So this is what I have to say on this point. Yeah, the Pocket 3, it's called, or the DJI, they are called Extra in the United States. Insta360 doesn't have 10-bit, and to be honest, I don't need 10-bit. It's not because I like Insta360 products, but now you are watching this video, I'm sure it's not in 10-bit. And when I record my videos here in the studio, it's not 10-bit. Even if I'm using Sony cameras like FX30, the a6700, the ZVE1. But shooting in 10-bit is good if you'd like to push hard your color grades. But if you are using it just for some action shots, for some vlogs, for some travel videos, well, you don't need that. That will take more space. And if you are shooting in 10-bit normal color profile, you will not get the benefits of the 10-bit because this is important in D-Log. And in D-Log, you have to post-process the footage, because if you get the D-Log and you put it into the application, you will just apply a basic LUT on the application. You will not get the max out of the 10-bit. Sorry. You will not get the max out of the 10-bit. So this is a huge question. Do we really need 10-bit today? Last year I made with DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, I had 2 of them. I made some videos comparing 8 and 10-bit. And I think you have to watch that video. This is really nice to watch because you cannot guess which is which. It's really hard, and most monitors now, computers, displays, they are 8-bit, they are not 10-bit, So why do you need 10-bit? If you can explain that, I'll be happy to discuss that with you. Emphasis on sub-count is a bit unfair. Well, I do agree with you, Bubble Magic, about that, but this is how brands are working. They are searching for high subscribers. One in sensor, what other improvements do you think would be worth waiting for a new camera? Seems there's a lot of hostility over the new Action 6 not having Sony FX3 features. Well, my upcoming video will be very interesting to watch. It was about this Osmo Action 6. Actually, it's not like I don't like this camera, but it's exactly the same as the Osmo Action 5. With just a taller sensor, but nothing else. For me, there is not much of improvement worth paying money, except of that now you can use the new lenses, this one, the macro, and the others. I got only the macro. The others were not available when I made my purchase. And by the way, someone asked about, I don't know when, it was just up there in the list, about the ZVE10 Mark II. Actually, I don't have the ZVE10 Mark II. I have the a6700, the FX30, the ZVE1. I love this ZVE1 here, although I wanted to put the ZVE10 Mark II here instead of this one. But here I shoot, I don't have much light on my desk, and I wanted something that will handle low light better. So this is it. Sorry, once again. For my needs, I'm a digital sculptor. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I saw today that on the 4th of December, the A1 will be released. I I would like to get one, but I'm not sure when it will be available for purchase because I'm leaving to Lebanon for the Christmas holidays. So I'm leaving for Lebanon for the Christmas holidays, and I'm not sure that I can get it before I go. Well, I am not paid by them at all. You know, I wish that some of the brands will sponsor me. Last year, DJI sponsored some videos and they sent me products. Insta360, they sent me products before. The last one, this one, I bought it with my own money as well as the accessories, the printer. And today, to be honest, I lost my DJI, my Insta360 Mic Air. That was sent to me for free by Insta360, so I lost it. But today I reordered another one because I need to record some videos with it. I'm coming, I'll get just a cup of water. I'm here. Pocket 3 with a chest mount while cycling is not a good idea. Pocket 3, on the Pocket 3, the gimbal will move a lot. This is the Pocket 3 here. The gimbal will keep moving. So when you are on the bike, well, it's not something nice because I mounted this one in the car and I didn't like the results at all, to be honest. That's why I would love to see a Pocket 4 that we can lock the gimbals. But unfortunately, we will not have that on the Pocket 4. Well, I'm going on the 18th of December. Well, I saw the anti-gravity A1 drone in the Paris Photo Fair and it looks really nice. When they used it there, it's really nice. I know that DJI will release the Avatar 360 also. And well, here in France, it's a bit complicated to fly everywhere at any time, but I'll try to get one of each and have some tests as well. I sold my Action 5 because of this jitter and low light performance, and I wasn't satisfied with the newly released Action 6 either. ZVE10 2 to action cams when you can. I don't have the ZVE10. I'm sorry about that. Well, on the Action 6, if you use it in automatic mode, I was not satisfied. The same with the Action 5 Pro. But if you use it in manual mode, it's a very good camera. But once again, these cameras for me aren't meant to be used in manual. If I want to use manual camera, I can use any of these or some other cameras that I have. But, you know, just saying. Holding on the first version. Okay, well, you have the first version. Between the first and the second Ace Pro, there are lots of differences, in my opinion. And I made many videos on that before. The Insta360 X5, I love that camera, and when I compared it to this DJI Osmo 360, I said that I love the D-Log M of this one. But once again, I will not color grade my footage. Especially, I cannot understand how we say that you are color grading when we are shooting in automatic exposure, automatic white balance, and then we apply a basic LUT. And these LUTs are not dynamic, so they will not follow your frame, your footage, frame per frame, to adjust light, to adjust colors, and this stuff. So for me, this is not color grading. This is just going from log to Rec 709. So that's why if I would like to shoot with this one, it's gonna be in manual. And I like the D-Log M on this one. The colors are way better than the normal video mode. But compared to the X5, the X5 is more contrasty, that's true. This one is a little bit flat, which can be better for some people, for sure. But on the Insta360 X5, you can change your lenses if you break them. Here, if you scratch your lens, you have to send it to DJI and wait maybe 1 or 2 weeks without your camera to get it repaired. Do you want that? I don't know. This one is still fogging. So it fogs when I got it, it fogs with the lens guards, and it is still fogging up till now. That's why DJI with this Action 6, in the battery compartment, they had inside a silica gel bag to remove the moisture. That means that we were right about the fogging, but they didn't want to accept that. This is really annoying. Exactly, you can make cinema, and just wait for my upcoming video. It's gonna be about manual settings for the Action 6, and that's gonna be way more interesting than just shooting in automatic mode. But once again, I started the edit this afternoon. I haven't finished yet, and I need maybe 2 hours more to be able to finish it. So it's taking too much time. And with the time that we are living in, we need to post more content on our social platforms to be always consistent, to stay here and not to disappear. And you cannot just post 1 video a week if this is your job. If it is like you are recording some videos from time to time and you want to keep them for you, you want to have the highest quality possible, you can do that with manual. That's why people now are not, well, less people are vlogging with big cameras, you know, and lots of the majority of people are vlogging with these small cameras, so they need something to be usable quickly. In single lens mode, who will win? That's a good question. I say Ace Pro 2, because the single lens mode on the X5 or any 360 camera, well, because it records in a huge dome, so the field of view, when you crop to have the same field of view as Ace Pro 2, you use less of the sensor. The part of the sensor used is smaller, so you'll have less quality for sure. By the way, have you watched the video that I made about the sensor sizes? When I made that video, I got lots of critiques, by the way. But when this Action 6 was released, lots of people told me that I was right about that. But I wonder if you watched that. Yeah, we don't have trumpet flares on the DJI Action 6. We have the basic flares, which is normal. I want just to open you know, the Google form that I made, just to go to some questions, try to answer them. By the way, thank you everyone. Once again, from Singapore, Germany, from Bulgaria, and where else? From San Francisco, from Timisoara, Romania, from London, from Australia, from Poland, from Portugal, from India again, lots of people from India. So thank you a lot for your participation and on this Google form, because this is very important. I have DJI Nano and I don't know whether to buy Action 6 or not. Is Action 6 better than DJI Nano in terms of image quality? In low light, yes. In normal video mode, well, not really. It's the same sensor, because the Nano has the same sensor as the Action 5 Pro. It has less processing, the Nano. Je vais faire une vidéo en français pour donner mon avis sur la Action 6. Because I got a message, well, I got someone talking in French on my form. He said that he would like to see my thoughts about the Action 6 in French, and I'll be doing that. I'm sorry I didn't do that yet, but it's coming this weekend. This will be my first camera. Will Action 6 be worth buying, or should I go for Action 5 Pro? Because this is your first camera, I highly recommend you to get the Ace Pro 2 instead. Unless you are stick to the DJI ecosystem, like the microphones and these stuff. But otherwise, if it's your first one, you can get the Ace Pro 2. It has, for me, the best looking image directly out of the camera without the need of editing or anything else. Photography, as this will be the one and only camera I'll have for a few years. Well, I don't do photography with these cameras, even with these macro lenses, well, close-up lenses. I did some shots, but this is not the camera that I'll go with to make my photos. I'll go with some Fuji cameras, some Nikon cameras, but absolutely not these action cameras or my phone. Is the custom mode open gate only available in 4K, or it is present in 1080 or 2.7K? Let's discover that. Up. Let me see. Let's put the open gate. 4K, we have it. It looks it's only in 4K. Yeah, it's only available in 4K, as you can see here. Compare Action 6 to Ace Pro 2 pixel peep to see the difference. There is no need to pixel peep on these cameras. These are small sensors. There is no need to pixel peep at all. Because even on my big cameras, I don't do pixel peep. No one will do that. This is not interesting, in my opinion, at all. And I'm sorry to say that. How you compare the quality 4K 60 Rocksteady dewarp everything else in normal to Action 3? Well, I don't have the Action 3, but Action 3 had some focus issues, so I don't have it to compare that. Can you tell us what happens with HDR video with, well, HDR and face exposure are baked in the normal video mode. In the D-Log-M, the face exposure is baked in, not the HDR. Osmo Action 5 Pro has micro jitters when stabilized on night footage. If Osmo Action 6 night footage does not differ that much from stabilization better. Stabilization is great on both of them, but in night mode, it depends. What do you call night mode? Because it depends on the light that is in front of the camera. Does it overheat? I don't know, because it's so cold here, and Nano didn't overheat with me, so I don't know. Lots of people are saying that the DJI Nano is overheating. I didn't have that at all. Low light comparison, Osmo 360, Action 5, Ace Pro 2 in various modes. Well, I did that. You can go watch that video. I'd like to know if with the FOV boost lens installed on the Action 6, There are options to adjust the field of view. I don't have the wide angle on for the Action 6, so I cannot answer that for now. Because the lens flare was unacceptable. Well, we don't have lens flares on this one, and that's a very good thing. So we can go to the next question. Let's see the chat a little bit first. Okay. Osmo Action 4 Mark II, no, I saw that video, but I don't think so at all. If they do that, that means that they admitted that they made wrong steps with the Action 5 Pro and the Action 6. Painting small statues Ace Pro 2 or 360 camera like the X4. Well, it depends how you'd like to do that and the light that you have. If you'd like, you know, if you can get a bigger camera to get better details, I mean like a mirrorless camera, then get that. Well, there is a huge difference between the X2 and the X5. Work chroma. Okay. Exactly on the 360 you have to reframe later on the Ace Pro 2. You can just think about your frame and start. What features do you think the 26 Action Cam will have? Well, I think in 2026 we will see like action cameras with ND filters, electronic ND filters. I think we will see also action cameras with the autofocus. Just saying. And more about this autofocus thing in my upcoming video, by the way. If you have to choose only between Osmo Action 4, Action 5, or Osmo Action to be your new first camera, what do you choose? Well, if I will shoot in daytime, I will go with the Action 4. Cheaper, and the colors are nice, and so on. But if I will need a camera, and if I don't have any action camera, and I have to pick one of these three, Action 4, 5, or 6, I'll go with the 6. Okay? Just because we have the latest maybe processing in it. Just for that, you know. But and because we have the capability to buy the lenses, the extra lenses for that, you know, that this is it. But I don't believe that the Action 4 now will get firmware updates, and soon the Action 5 Pro will not get firmware updates. Also, this is to take into account. Walkthrough and social media, better choice than, well, I like the Ace Pro 2, you know, it's a matter of preference. I'm not convincing anyone that this is better. There is no camera better than the other. It depends how you use it and what are your preferences and your your likings. For photography, you know, because we have, if you like to use an action camera to take photos, we have the Leica profiles here. And these are really nice to take photos, you know. I love my Fujifilm camera because we have those film simulation in it. And we have some film simulation inside of this one. On the Action 6, they got some film simulation. Some of them are exactly the same names, which is a huge coincidence, I find, with the Ace Pro 2, or they copied that. But yeah, having those names is good, and having, you know, this, let me show you. And having this Explorer grip, this is the second version. It's really nice. You know, you put the camera in and you can take this one. You have the dial. You can, you know, turn it on and so on. And this is really nice to have if you'd like to use your camera to make photos. The Osmo Action 6 is launched globally, but here in India, it's not yet released. Don't know why. I don't know what's happening in India. You always tell me that the Insta360 cameras are not there, and now the DJI is not there. you can get some bokeh if you are using the macro lens or the close-up lens at f2, and if you are so close. If you are a little bit back, you will have a little bit of that bokeh, but this is not something relevant. This is not something significant, I can say. Have you ever tried to use a 2 times magnified lens that fits on a cell phone? No, to be honest, no. Clickbait chill, what is clickbait? Ah, it's nice. Let's see. Mr. Robert Paulson, 1752. What is clickbait here? Let's talk, because this is the easiest thing ever. You go there. Thank you. Khalil is my name. Thank you, sir. You go there and you find something and you would like directly to write clickbait without knowing what is it about, without knowing anything, and that's crazy. By the way, for the bokeh with the Osmo Action 6, you will see my take on that in my upcoming video. So my upcoming video is a bit different than what I did before on the Action 6, but this is something that I always do with the cameras. Okay, I'm going back to the Google form to see some more questions. Could you use old batteries? Yes, that you have with the Action 3 or only 9, you can use. I tried it and I can do that now. Let me turn this camera again on. Up, and let me take this here. Okay, perfect. So this is the Action 6, as you can see. I will take the battery out. I will get the Action 4. This is the battery of the Action 4. I will put it in. I hope it is charged. It fits and it turns on. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, let me take the, you can see it's working. So this is the battery of the Action 4 on the Action 6. Let's go see some more questions. By the way, if Rafal, you are still here, Rafal was the one who won the Go Ultra last time, because I got some comments that I'm not sending these cameras to people. So if you are here, please let us know what do you think about that. Meanwhile, I'll go to the Google form. We'll be keen to see how the new sensor performs. I made lots of videos about that. What's better, Super Night mode on or Osmo Pocket 3 in night mode? Well, Osmo Pocket 3 is on a different level. The Super Night mode or the night mode on the Pocket 3 is good, but you know, when you're using this Osmo Pocket 3 with this big sensor, it's quite difficult to compare it to these action cameras. This one on the Action 6, you have lots of processing, as well as on the Ace Pro 2. The Osmo Pocket 3, it's more or less raw video. Quel accessoire prendre en plus? For the accessories, I'm preparing a video. I have a sponsored video coming up for some accessories. Just stick around. I'll be making that very soon. Will it record almost forever in direct sunlight like the Action 4 without overheating? Well, I don't know, because we don't have sun at this moment. It's foggy, cloudy, rainy, snowy, so cold. It was -7 degrees a few days ago. And if you that DJI gave a firmware update with 8K photography mode. Yeah, well, the sensor is capable to shoot in 8K. This is what we can do also on the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. We can shoot in 8K. but you cannot shoot videos in 8K on the DJI. They made like some firmware things to block that in video. So basically this is the pixel binning. They have the 8K sensor, but they mix every 4 pixels together to get to the 4K. Super night mode stabilization, compare Action 6, Action 5 and low light. Well, this is done. In same night conditions, does it have higher shutter speed with same ISO? I didn't notice that, but I will check that later on. Macro lens. Recently, vloggers are creating travel videos making use of the macro lens to achieve background blur effect. We can see difference between Ace Pro 2 and Action 6 using. Well, I made a video about that. You don't see big differences because on this Insta360, I think the aperture is 2.6, you know, and on DJI you can go between f2 to f4 when you have this macro lens. So this is not of a big deal. You have two-thirds of a stop difference. I don't think it's a huge difference. Okay, let's see some. Sold my Action 5 Pro, better to grab Action 6 or wait for Action 7? Well, you sold your camera, so it means that you don't have any camera now. The Action 7, I don't know. The Action 6 just was released, so the Action 7 you can expect it within a year, maybe in a year or more, because between the Action 4, between the Action 5 and the Action 6, we waited more than a year. It was a year and 2 or 3 months. So it's up to you. Or you can get the Action 4, the Action 5 again, or the Ace Pro 2 to try a different ecosystem. Let's see some more questions. Compare low light image quality of Action 6 Ace Pro 2. Done. I made it. I'm traveling to Colmar, Strasbourg for Christmas market in 2 weeks. Well, if you're passing by Reims, let me know. Is it better to jump from 3 to 5 Pro or to 6? Well, 5 Pro is cheaper. The 6 has few things different. It has the exact 5, but with few things different, such as the new lenses and this stuff. So it depends. It depends on your budget because the 5 is cheaper, the 6 is more expensive. It depends. It has the pre-record feature, but to be honest, I never used this feature on any of my cameras. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I don't know. I think in daylight, the GoPro shows the most details. It's extra sharpening. It's not details, in my opinion. Is it good for motovlogging? Well, for motovlogging, it does not fog. That's good. And it's good with the square form factor because you can reframe vertically or horizontally if you'd like to do so. Because on the motorcycle, you cannot reshoot your stuff. But you cannot go into 4K 120 in square format. And you cannot shoot in super night mode in square formats. F2, you use it in low light. F4 when you have lots of light. But knowing that this is not enough, you have to dial your exposure compensation. At F2, the image is so soft, you know. It's so soft on F2. You can go watch my videos in super night mode at F2. It's not usable. At F4, it's darker, less noisy, but once again, it's darker. You know, it's not what you expect to see in super night mode. How stable the new variable aperture will function? Would it see testing the... Well, I tried this, and you will see also in my upcoming video, there will be something about that. The macro lens, is it important to have? Well, actually, no. It depends what you would like to do. I bought it just because a few days before that, I bought the macro for the Insta360, and I wanted to make some comparisons, but otherwise, there is no need. Same shutter speed, allow low. You can go lower ISO, but it depends on the image, on the darkness, the brightness of the image. So these were the questions that I got on the forum. Thank you everyone for participation. Of course, that can pause the video. Well, wow. There is a remote for the Ace Pro 2, but can it pause the video? I doubt. it's like start, stop recording, you know, because the pause is just another feature, but the main actions are start and stop recording. If you'd like start, stop recording, you have the mini remote. I don't know if I have one here or it's in my bag somewhere. Well, you can use the microphone, this one, for example, GPS preview remote with mic to start, stop recording, but not to pause. And you can use this mini remote here also to start, stop recording, but not to pause. The Pocket 4 will have a sensor size of 1 inch. This is the last information that I got. We cannot lock the gimbals, and that's something that is annoying. We will have most probably, variable aperture as well. And I hope we don't have the variable aperture. I hope we had the variable ND instead. We started to see some photos. Well, they could be AI generated photos for the Pocket 4. I believe that we will have 2 sensors. It could be one for zoom and one like on the Air 3S or on their drones, when you have like multiple sensors, each has a different size. You know, we can have like 1/1.3 inches on one and 1 inch on the other. By the way, I want to show you something. I don't know if you can see the camera on the Pocket 3, and if you can see the lens on the Action 6. So the lens here on the Pocket 3 is so small compared to the one on the Action 6. So I don't know why they made this very bulky on the Action 6. And you can see that it's like it has a bump on the top side. I don't know if you can see that. So I would like to see a 1 inch action camera, 1 inch sensor action camera. That would be great. The GPS preview remote does allow you to pause and resume recording on the Ace Pro 2, just like the touch screen. Ah, okay, perfect. I didn't know that. Thank you. This is a good information. The only thing that I don't like about this GPS preview remote with microphone is that it is big. And if I use it as a microphone, unless I'm holding it with my hand, but if I use it as a microphone like this one here on my sweatshirt, it's not comfortable. And for those who ask me why I'm using hats in my videos, is that because I'm losing my hair a lot. So with that being said, let's put back the hat. Okay, so it's been about an hour in this live. I hope I answered your questions. Let me know if there are something that I didn't answer or I didn't see. Okay, I'm checking the comments. The durability of the flip screen. Well, actually, they made a video last year about this one. And lots of people, I think it's Sky, his name on YouTube. He used to make like camera reviews, but he stopped. So he dropped his camera with, I think, the screen flipped up and flipped like a little bit, you know, and he never had issues with that. So I believe that these are very well tested. It's not because I have this camera, but the Osmo 360 was not very well tested. I'm checking again. Okay, let me see if we have something different, some comments here. By the way, I created a French channel. On that French channel, I'll be showing also some different footage than those that I showed on this channel. You know, I don't want to make the exact same videos here and there. This is going to be probably the same kind of topics, but in a different way, in a different scene, with different rushes, with different B-rolls, you know. So if you'd like to support me, you can go to that French channel and you can subscribe to it. That's a massive help. And I have my member zone, which is activated on this channel, on the English channel, the main channel, where you can join it. It's not expensive, but it's a huge help for me to be able to provide for this channel, to be able to acquire stuff, to create more content. For example, now I'm going to buy the MacBook Pro, M4 Pro, to be able to create more content and to be able to be always up to date with this channel and not to be late on anything, you know, whenever there is a firmware update, so I can directly record something about it and share it with you, so you will know exactly what to expect and this kind of stuff, because this computer here cannot allow me to do, does not allow me to do that. Well, don't worry, Stefan, you can rewatch it just after the live. It's gonna be available on my channel. Which grip I like for the Ace Pro 2? To be honest, I have the Explorer grip, the first one, okay, that I got for free. But I bought this one with the kit. And this one is better because you have the power in, you have the dial, you can choose your simulation, your color profiles with it. Well, it looks like a mini camera, mini like street camera. And having the Leica branding here is just perfect. Well, I go with the Pro, of course, because of the dial, because it feels better. It feels, you know, it's a very solid one, this one. That one is just like a cage or something that lots of other brands, they made it, like Small Rig, Newer, who else, Telesin and Tilta, and, you know, it was made by Tilta, I think, that one. No, I got the delivery. Let me just show you what I got. I'll not go outside now to get it, but I got this pack of DJI Mic Mini. I sold my DJI Mic Mini when I got the Mic 3, but now I got back these ones. If you use my link, my code, my creator code, I will write it in the chat on the Insta360 website, and you buy any camera from there, you will get free gifts. And even if you buy accessories, you won't get free gifts, but you are supporting my channel. They know that you came through my videos, and that's a good thing for me. Okay, guys, so that was it for today. Thank you a lot for joining. I wasn't sure about the timing because it's Wednesday. I used to make my lives on Friday, but on Friday I have something else to do. And yeah, thank you a lot for being here. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for I just discovered this. Nice. So thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the help that you are providing me with your questions. So I know what to cover exactly in my upcoming videos. And yeah, if you would like to support me, you can subscribe to my both channels. You can use my links and you can be a member. That's a massive help as well. And I want to wish you a good evening for everyone, a good afternoon for the others, a good morning for some other people. And see you on another one in another video. I'll go finish the editing that I started this afternoon. And yeah, see you on another video. Ciao for now. Bye.